heavy in so many ways. He's like, there's nothing you can say, you know, there's nothing you can conclude.
Remix! What's up? Providence, Thought Process, 2006. Check it, check it, check it, check it. Evidence of love, we shoved away every bit of hope. Talking sense, we blind our words just to selfishly cope. Fearing the truth, the mirror is beyond our eyes. I'm staring at different directions at each person's disguise.
I'm torn like the picture into two sides. One piece wants to stand up, while the other wall wants to hide. I glide like an airplane that falls to $1.09, trying not to let the wind decide where I reside.
How much more time will we need to find our direction? Lost on this island, will I ever rebuild this raft? Every opportunity I pass is still leading to another shaft.
Could I run amok and beg the masses to understand it?
Beneath the ladder, a real friend is always holding support, giving props to those swords even when they come out short.
There where the circumstances spark revolt, when power surges we point to the matching codes.
Building walls as friends, are we really reaching out? Sorry you can't hear my words, you're really expecting me to shout. I'm sorry you can't hear me no matter how many times I scream. I'm not one of your cast lists, I haven't made a cameo in your dream.
Even if you're the black sheep of your pack. Got your friends, but are you a friend back? What determines a friend? Someone who agrees, or one that can challenge you on questionable reasonings. Beneath the ladder, we have to bring social support, giving props to those swords even when they come out short. There where the circumstances spark revolt, power surges we point to the matching codes, the matching codes, the matching codes. When power surges we point to the matching codes, the matching codes, the matching codes. When power surges we point to the matching codes. Obvious, dramatic impact.
Try and discriminate me for my way of thinking. Every time I say something, they display suggestive winking. Sending messages I'm not informed to understand. Morse code beep beep, cause you need someone to hold your hand.
Freaking the norm to bring yourself back on track. Too stubborn to let a guy down without that. In fact, pride and keep us together or split us apart. The sooner we realize that,
the better we are. Beneath the ladder, a real friend is always holding support, giving props to those swords even when they come out short.
yeah, where the circumstances spark revolt, upon the search we point
To the matching codes, matching codes, matching codes. Our search we point to the matching codes, matching codes, matching codes. When power surges we point to the matching codes.
DJ Pneumatic.
Woo! Yeah, we finally made it. We finally made it, ladies. Come on, let's hear it for the sheep. Come on. Chain sounds like faces. Why do we twist? Too many problems piled on just one list. Why fix a problem? Influenced by dignitaries, homeless population. Exploited for documentaries. Influenced by education, product of this learning. Taught to find its knowledge and ignore the inner burnings. Is your chance to give something back, but you have nothing to give. You lost your place in the track.
Stained by advice, contents and merchandise, qualified data
With a retail price.
private prospects, all on the flip side, no one nearby, go to the sideline.
Sheets out like faces. Why do we twist? Too many problems piled on just one list. Why fix the problem? Influenced by dignitaries, homeless population, exploited for documentaries, reaching up to something, not knowing when to stop. We're walking the stairway, not knowing what's on top. Assuming what's up is good, trying to find the unknown. Policy framing imagination, writing it in stone.
Stuck thinking what's down is bad, classified mysterious
Puddles of gas,
course of action, taken off
the schedule.
with imagination reduced to charity vegetables. Change styles like faces. Why do we twist? Too many problems piled on just one list. Why fix a problem?
Influenced by dignitaries, homeless population, exploited for documentaries. We don't know it. We're searching, looking for heaven. We realize we're on the stairway, not knowing if we're going. Made a decision. I'm staying true to my ground. I can't even understand this, but everyone's up in my town. Why fix a problem? Influenced by dignitaries, homeless population, exploited for documentary. Take the taxes and all credit you seek. Take what fills pockets and leaves everybody cold and weak. Go to the wilderness, observe what's to be polluted. Drink your last sip of fresh water before it's been diluted. Scrape the wasteland and survey area depleted or remain in a conditioned center of Jesus. Genius, help us up the hierarchy and challenge all this without the carbon copy of balance. Change sounds like faces. Why do we twist? Too many problems piled on just one list. Why fix a problem? Influenced by dignitaries, homeless population, exploited for documentaries. As the rap race progresses for a more dubious fate, governments try to combine districts, organize the state against popular opinion, against conventional knowledge. Priority is business, not sending kids to college. And we're all a bunch of clones searching for recognition, constantly searching our souls, looking for redemption. I don't even know what we're saying. Better that we're out here just playing.
Inevitably be a tugging factor in thought process, but we can't let that become a tugging factor. So let's throw it out there now. You know, on a track.
Yeah,
on
a song. Yeah,
you're
right.
That's cool.
That would be great.
I don't even, not even just to do it for the sense of doing it for others or whatever, which is cool. But I'm thinking for ourselves, that would be really cool, even for myself personally, for you, to kind of put down our parameters so we even ourselves know where we can go and not go, and we know it's not going to be an issue. Because obviously we want to maintain that, and that's any issue in any group. Obviously, you know, there's 5 or 6, like a big fucking metal band or something, there's going to be 6 different factors pulling. But 2, that's been our strength, is the fact that we can navigate in a much fucking heavier traffic in much more turbulent areas where me and you are still coming out on top, where other bands would never be able to handle the shit that me and you have been doing. You know, in terms of in our own, not only what we've been doing physically or whatever, or mentally, it's also our flexibility and our range of our art forms. It's gone beyond just the music now. We're showing our skills in terms of public relations. We're showing skills in terms of our social networking ability, which is even something that people are getting hired to do that shit. They're hiring people now who can do social networking. Banks
Makes
and
sense,
shit.
yeah.
Supermarkets are hiring people because they're good at. Me and you could get a fucking job at Stop and Shop doing social networking shit. You know, we wrote the book. You know, we wrote the book.
No,
for
you're
that
right.
shit. You know, we came out and fucking ripped Facebook a new asshole. Whether people want to admit it or not, we fucked up. We fucked with the history of that shit on a local level or whatever level. You know, in some fashion we did. We shook something up. You know, we used it for our benefit, or for the benefit of the audience. But at the same time, it's like where's thought process though? And that's the thing we need to find out. And we need to spell that out. That's why it's important that we understand ourselves, that others understand it. So when others are working with us, we won't get into that expectation level, and that's what I think could happen within the situation, which is great with the T-shirt thing. That's a good thing for us to talk about, because it's like, how do we want to do that? Now, I'm fiercely independent, so it's like, for me, I'm like, that sounds great. Obviously, funds are tight. Shit, if we can get a bunch of T-shirts, that sounds great, but we got to be cautious about making sure each of us is informed. If, however, it is involving thought process. Obviously,
right.
Yeah, pneumatic, go ahead, man. You got the full.
Alienated nation, no longer neutral.
It's hard to remember when it was mutual.
If I close my eyes forever, just like Lita did.
I wake up in the morning light, never missing it.
We're all searching to find something constructive. Yeah, we're wired like electricity, constantly conducted. Like an orchestral conductor, bringing emotion. Constantly soothing like the sounds of the ocean. No lotion can moisten the dryness of this approach. Bringing heat like a toaster, busy making toast. Tell the host how we're crashing the scene. Bringing our wishes to life like the genie machine.
In our own mess that we created. We exist to blow up all that is remaining.
Open my mouth.
There are no words that I'm honest, but saying what I feel is a carbon no accomplice. I'm expelling this through not more freedom out there. The vision that most Americans don't want to hear. We selected a system hypocritical to itself. When mortgages are slow, yes, we
Can't even scream for help. Alienated nation, no longer neutral.
It's hard to remember when it was mutual.
If I close my eyes forever, just like Lita did.
I wake up in the morning light, never missing it.
We're all a bunch of clones searching for recognition, willing to steer ourselves close to indecision, especially when we hear we're not being accepted. Still we surrender our beliefs, circumvented. Why? Because we must crave the popularity. Because you know it's one of our most cherished securities. A rarity to some, yet a joke to others. We are raised to be enemies, not even brothers.
Thinking our dream home and settle on the lot. Then we must work 80 hours a week just to stop. Right on our jobs and uphold the daily grind. This is the way we live, continue to remind ourselves that we finally made it. Even if our hearts tell us that we hate it. State that we found a place in society. Nice car, nice home, nice job, but no variety.
Alienated nation, no longer neutral.
It's hard to remember when it was mutual.
If I close my eyes forever, just like Lita did,
I'll wake up in the morning light, never missing it.
Oh, yeah, I can't see my sphere. I'm moving in a direction I can't sleep or fear. Not looking, I'm still trying to book. I can't remember the last days that I tried to cook. In a pot, we'll do what I need to do to survive. We're still living on the day-to-day just to be alive. Forget it, it's about making it. Me and Pneumatic here, we're really here to take it.
Alienated nation, no longer neutral. It's hard to remember when it was mutual.
If I close my eyes forever, just like Lita did,
I'll wake up in the morning light,
I'm missing it.
never
So,
missing it.
just like a Keebler elf, just for others to taste. Deep down you
Your
know,
whole life is a waste.
working real hard for others to
Live
just live
like
like
kings.
kings, yet we hit one another because we got nothing else to bring. Free as birds when we're migrating for the season, give you enough reasons to constantly believe in.
Foul back is so passe. I asked you about what happened to it in Indian clay. Must have been a fad passing phase, like the 60s movement that passed away. Once the hair turns gray, we tend to reverse our soul. And he escapes, gets outside in the cold. Even some of throat can't believe the chill. When I see George W. stand blanking from the dollar bill. Alienated nation, no longer neutral. It's hard to remember when it was mutual.
If I close my eyes forever, just like Lita did,
I wake up in the morning light, never missing it.
alienated nation, alienated nation. Footprints left at the crossroads of truth. 9 times out of 10, choosing loop before you. Shook hands with choice, made amends with good and evil. Made eye contact with a crowd of different people. Up to the order, had the run from under my feet. In the kitchen with Truman, face to take all the heat. Given a platform that's been torn from the norm. Never conformed, yet constantly informed to scorn. Footprints left
from the land adjacent, knowing the basis and how far we made it coagulated. A broadcast event beyond the iron bars, open to letting the gods.
Footprints left at the crossroads of truth. 9 times out of 10, choosing loop before youth. Shook hands with choice, made amends with good and evil. Made eye contact with a crowd of different people. At the fork in the road, choosing between love or hate. At the gym fighting against my weight for an opportunity to replicate what we can't escape. Still choosing hate before I choose to love or hate.
Status remains within believing, seeking words through routine like breathing. Esteem and meaning, back to Constantine. This is not a dream, the forgotten odysseys.
Footprints left at the crossroads of truth. 9 times out of 10, choosing loop before you. Shook hands with choice, made amends with good and evil. Made eye contact with a crowd of different people. Bit by all sides, yet I claim as a leader. My goal in life was to only be a reader. Wanted ideas for driving this vehicle. Pulled over by vice and told my transport not feasible.
Planned movements, control we do. Our robot suit busted to the path of magnetic boots. The hyper flew of the Pied Piper. We bind together as we select the prize fighter.
Footprints left at the crossroads of truth. 9 times out of 10, choosing loop before youth. Shook hands with choice, made amends with good and evil. Contact with a crowd of different people. Turned to chastise for upholding my job. Not realizing till now that my
people kind of like fearing that people murdered your own people just for the sake of being who you were, you know, and then being raised, like getting stories about that when you're like 7 years old. I remember I was like, what the fuck, like really scared by that, you know.
No,
like,
that's,
wait a
yeah,
minute, like
yeah.
murdering, like, oh, like you're like they took me to a fucking concentration camp at 6 years old, where you're seeing fucking pictures of people having to conceptualize that idea of seeing, you know, 5 layers of bunk beds, and then seeing pictures of like kids' bodies that are stacked to sleep on these things naked in the winter. You know, you're just kind of like, I remember like looking at it, like, what the fuck, like, it's so heavy to even for an adult to take that in. And I don't think I really have it.
were there together,
but in a good way. But anyway, what I'm in terms of the genocide in general, now moving on and going beyond just like that, kitty yacht or wherever you want to, any implications, can't really draw any implications from that. Obviously, it's so broad, it's so heavy, it's so
not
vast
knowing
emotions.
what to say. I turn the mountains into clay. I turn the mountains into waves. I turn the mountains into clay. I turn the mountains away. What you saw in the mirror ain't what you got out from the rest. What you saw in the mirror is not what you profess. What you saw in the mirror wasn't the man on the moon. Not the man on the moon. What you saw in the mirror was your room. Just a reflection of what you are. Just a reflection of what you will. Just a reflection of all the things you do. Just a reflection of you and me. You and me. You and you. Chocolate covered stew on the toenails. I turn those mountains away. I turn those mountains to clay.